Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, from one that came out of left field that's made headlines when former good music rapper CyHi the Prince suggested that Eminem used ghostwriters before. And although he cleared it up, this has led to a roasting session online, and we'll get to more on this in a bit. Today we also have one that's a nice throwback to Eminem's lyrics on Killshot, when MMA fighter Strickland clashed with MGK a few hours ago, and Strickland took it to social media to continue bashing MGK, and we'll get to more on this in a moment. And at the latter part of the video, we have more on the Benzino vs Eminem drama so far in 2024. And a few hours ago, D12's Bizarre fired some shots at Benzino in a freestyle that dropped a few hours ago. And before we get started, in our last video, we reported how Ice-T gave Eminem a shout out on X, formerly known as Twitter, when he posted a throwback clip of how Eminem was treated.
And anybody was there, the white kids used to throw shit at Eminem.
Really?
Oh yeah, they were really rude to Eminem early in the game. The white kids didn't feel like they could throw shit at me because it would be racist. But when he got up there, you know, that's when Wigger and all that shit was out. Sure. They was going in on him hard. He just kept knocking it out and he kept doing it. And I'm like, this kid's gonna blow up, because he was paying his dues. I never forget, I was talking to M and I said, well, what do you want out of this? He said, I just want to be around like you and Dre. That's all he wanted, was longevity.
And Eminem has since reacted to Ice-T's post with this on Twitter. Ice, thanks for the memories. Legend, seems like just yesterday. Love you, bro. And Eminem replying to tweets left fans in shock. And here we go again. Eminem replying to tweets, yeah, we getting an album. This year, he's too active. And Ice-T reacted back at you. You definitely did your thing, homie, and haven't stopped. Respect. And speaking on odd things happening on Twitter, Dr. Dre tweeted for the first time in over 2 years as Dre and Snoop turned their classic gin and juice into a branded drink. And moving on, rap fans were in shock when reports like these hit social media. CyHi the Prince suggests Eminem used ghostwriters. In quotes, it is called D12 and proof. And this was from a recent episode on My Expert Opinion. And from the report, I quote, the rapper began by saying that in his opinion, Eminem was a top 5 rapper with no ghostwriters, commented co-host Mecca, a comment that inspired CyHi to talk about the nature of inspiration. You think he ain't have no ghostwriters? CyHi responded, man, you ain't sitting around 12 dudes just effing smoking blunts. It is called D12, it is called proof, it is called all them dudes he grew up with. And CyHi pretty much destroyed his own point. As it continues, CyHi made it clear, however, that he was not necessarily saying those people wrote bars for Eminem. So if that was the case, why even bring up ghostwriters in the first place? And the reactions so far are all over the place. As while some are wondering, wait, does he think there were 12 members of D12? And some aren't so civil with their reaction to this. Who is this fool and what has he put out lately? Ain't this the same guy who had B.O.B. ghostwriting for him? 50 Cent, yeah, but Eminem, get the F out of here. That's the equivalent of saying Diddy was ghostwriting for Biggie. Shake my head.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
And some believe this is a contender for dumbest takes in hip-hop. LOL, anyone who's ever listened to D12 knows they aren't writing for Eminem. That's one of the dumbest things I've heard. And since nearly everyone got some dumb-ish to say about Eminem these days, some believe it is more about envy than hate. These guys talk bad about Eminem not out of hatred, but rather envy. They can't figure Eminem out, and because Eminem doesn't do what most other rappers do, they try to input their hang-ups upon him. They simply cannot figure Eminem out. These past few weeks have been hectic for Eminem, from Dr. Umar claiming Eminem cannot be one of the best rappers because he's non-African. Then we got the Benzino drama that is still on after Eminem addressed his press runs this decade on Doomsday Part 2, and around the same time we had battle rappers crying about Eminem as the money in battle rap is drying up. And now we get this from CyHi, and similar to how the Benzino drama went when hip-hop heads thought Eminem was the one that started it again, A user reacted to the latest report from CyHi with this: Eminem is gonna diss him and everyone will say Eminem just randomly dissed him out of nowhere. Nobody will see when he said this. And some people believe CyHi just exposed himself with this take. If you read the article, it is not that bad. He says he doesn't think they wrote bars for him, but that they may have inspired him with stories from their lives. However, that is not what ghostwriting is. I think CyHi genuinely just exposed himself a little bit. Suffice to say, CyHi the ghostwriter doesn't really know what ghostwriting means or the irony. And more on this note, he's getting inspiration and ghostwriting confused. They are not the same thing, not even close. The way he got it mixed up and how he framed it, then Jim Carrey is basically Eminem's ghostwriter, because he pretty much inspired the concept of the Eminem show with films like Man on the Moon and The Truman Show. And this has set up a conversation that is not needed, as it sparked takes like, if D12 members can write on the level of the Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP and the Eminem show, then why haven't they done it for their own ish? But what are your thoughts on CyHi mixing up inspiration for ghostwriting? Moving on, MGK, who previously clashed with MMA legend Conor McGregor, had a recent run-in with former UFC middleweight champion. Check it out.
Sean, what just happened with Machine Gun Kelly?
Nothing happened.
What happened?
Easy to find, vampire man.
Hey, you're cool off him or what? You're cool off him?
Say what?
You're cool off him?
Hey, I got your back, Sean. Don't trip. I got your back.
And Sean Strickland took it to X to explain his side of the story. I almost hit a vampire tonight, lol. They said his name is Machine Gun Kelly. How do you have a dope bomb name and dress like a 13 goth South Park character? And MGK can't beat the allegations, as in response to this we got Eminem murdered that dude in a diss track a few years back. He hasn't been the same since then. And we got this: you should have done it for Eminem. It is wild how a few months ago MGK got F1 fans blasting him for an awkward interview, and now it is MMA fans doing the same. And Strickland wasn't done. He posted this: you guys, what the F is going on? Transformers, Megan Fox is with that thing? What the actual F has happened to the world? What did I miss? Is she okay? Is this man the devil? Megan Fox, are you okay? Do you need assistance? And he's been let down by this fact. Man, I just found out, Megan, the F has happened since Transformers. I'm done. Good night. F it, I'm done. And he dropped this, a representation of what he meant by Megan Fox being with a South Park character. And moving on to the Benzino drama, if you recall Benzino's initial meltdown to Doomsday Part 2, it included posts about how he's too old to rap and would rather box Eminem, and that him and Eminem are both mid-50s. Well, he got clowned for making those claims since he's pushing 60, and Bizarre decided to fire some shots in the latest freestyle, doing what the kids today call age shaming.
In Reno, at the casino, with this ugly white bitch I met from Bingo. She's 62, says she went to school with Benzino.
You can check out the full freestyle on Bizarre's YouTube channel. I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.